Let's talk about growing watermelons, the sweet, juicy treat that signals summer is in full swing. Whether you're a first-time gardener or a seasoned pro, picking the right watermelon variety is the first step to a successful harvest. Growing watermelons is more than just tossing seeds in the dirt and waiting for magic to happen. It all starts with choosing the right variety for your garden and your lifestyle. There are dozens of options, each with its own unique flavor, size, and growing requirements. Do you want a giant showstopper like the Carolina Cross, which can grow to over 200 pounds and become the centerpiece of your garden party? Or maybe you're working with limited space and need a compact sugar baby that fits perfectly on a patio or in a small raised bed. Where you live and how much space you have will help guide your choice. If you live somewhere with short, cool summers, look for fast-maturing varieties like Blacktail Mountain. These are bred to ripen quickly so you can enjoy homegrown melons even if your growing season is brief. On the other hand, if you're lucky enough to have long, hot summers, try classic varieties like Crimson Sweet. These thrive in the heat and reward you with big, juicy fruit. Always check the seed packet for days to maturity. This number tells you how long it will take from planting to harvest, and it's your roadmap to a ripe, delicious melon. Planning ahead ensures you won't be caught off guard by the first frost or a late summer heat wave. If your garden is on the smaller side, don't worry, there are bush types like Bush Sugar Baby that are bred for containers and tight spaces. These compact plants still produce sweet, flavorful melons without taking over your yard. But if you have plenty of room, let those vines sprawl. Watermelons love to stretch out, and a big garden means you can experiment with several varieties at once. Watermelons aren't just red inside. You can find varieties with yellow, orange, and even white flesh, each offering a slightly different flavor and a fun surprise at your summer picnic. Some watermelons are packed with seeds, while others are nearly seedless. Seedless types are great for snacking, but classic seeded varieties are often easier to grow, especially for beginners. If you're just starting out, stick with classic seeded types. They're more forgiving, germinate reliably, and give you that nostalgic watermelon experience, spitting seeds and all. Remember, you're not just growing fruit, you're building a little watermelon empire in your backyard. Each plant is a new adventure, and every variety brings something different to the table. So, choose what fits your climate, your available space, and your personal taste. Think about how much sun your garden gets, how much room you have, and what kind of melon you're most excited to eat. The right start makes all the difference. Healthy soil, good drainage, and a sunny spot will set your watermelon plants up for success from day one. Don't overthink it, pick a variety that excites you. The best watermelon is the one you can't wait to slice open and share with friends and family. A good melon is the reward for a little planning, a bit of patience, and a lot of anticipation. There's nothing quite like the taste of a homegrown watermelon fresh from the vine. Ready to get started? Grab your seeds, roll up your sleeves, and let's get your hands dirty. The sooner you plant, the sooner you'll be enjoying your own sweet, juicy harvest. The journey to a perfect watermelon starts now. With the right variety and a little care, you'll be savoring the fruits of your labor all summer long. Now let's talk dirt. Before you even think about planting watermelon seeds, you need to give some serious attention to the ground they'll call home. The right soil is the secret ingredient to growing those big, juicy melons you're dreaming of. Watermelons want rich, warm, well-draining soil. They're heavy feeders, so the more nutrients you can pack into their patch, the better. Think of your soil as the pantry for your plants. Stock it well and your watermelons will thrive. Sandy or loamy soil is best. Light, crumbly, not sticky clay. If you grab a handful and it falls apart easily, you're on the right track. Avoid heavy, compacted soils that hold too much water. If your soil's heavy, mix in compost or aged manure. This not only lightens the texture but also adds essential nutrients. Compost is like a superfood for your soil, and aged manure gives your melons a nutrient boost right from the start. Dig at least a foot deep. Watermelon roots love to stretch out, so give them plenty of space to grow downward and outward. Deep, loose soil helps roots access water and nutrients more easily. Good drainage is non-negotiable. Soggy roots mean rotten melons. If water pools on the surface or drains slowly, your plants could suffer. Test your soil by watering it and watching how quickly it soaks in. Build a mound or raised bed, especially if your soil is clay. Mounds and raised beds help excess water drain away, keeping roots healthy and happy. A foot high, a couple feet wide. This shape gives your watermelon roots plenty of room to spread and helps the soil warm up faster in spring, which is exactly what watermelons love. This warms up fast in spring and gives roots room to grow. Warm soil means faster germination and stronger, healthier plants right from the start. Check your soil's pH. Watermelons like it slightly acidic, between 6.0 and 6.8. If you're not sure, grab a simple soil test kit from your local garden center. Adjust with sulfur or lime if needed. A little tweak now can make a big difference in how well your plants absorb nutrients later. Think of this as building a VIP lounge for your seeds. The more comfortable you make it, the more your watermelons will reward you. The better the soil, the better the melon. Healthy soil leads to strong vines, bigger fruit, and sweeter flavor. Don't skip this step, your future harvest depends on it. Taking the time now to prep your patch means less trouble with pests, diseases, and poor growth later on. Prep now and you'll thank yourself later. There's nothing like seeing those first watermelon vines take off in soil you've prepared with care. Good soil is the foundation of every great watermelon. It's the difference between a so-so harvest and a bumper crop of sweet, juicy melons. Ready to plant? Let's move on. With your patch prepped, you're set up for success. Your patch is prepped for greatness. You've done the hard work. Now it's time for the fun part. Time to put those seeds in the ground. Get ready for a season of growth, excitement, and, if you've prepped well, plenty of delicious watermelons. It's finally planting time, the moment you've been preparing for. All your hard work building up the soil and planting your garden is about to pay off as you put those seeds in the ground. But before you start, make sure your soil is warm enough. Watermelon seeds need warmth to sprout, so wait until the soil temperature is at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit. This usually means planting about 2 weeks after your last frost date, when the risk of cold snaps has passed. Remember those mounds you carefully built earlier? Now's the time to use them. Mounds help the soil warm up faster and drain better, giving your seeds the best possible start. Place 3 to 5 seeds in each hill, spacing them out a bit, and plant them about an inch deep. This gives each seed enough room to sprout and grow strong roots. Cover the seeds gently with loose soil. Don't press down too hard. You want the soil to be light and airy so the seedlings can push through easily. Space your hills 4 to 6 feet apart. Watermelon vines need plenty of room to stretch out as they grow. If you're planting in rows instead of hills, keep each plant 2 to 3 feet apart and leave 8 to 10 feet between rows. This spacing helps prevent overcrowding and allows for good air circulation. At first your garden might look a little empty with just bare soil and a few markers. But don't worry, soon those spaces will be filled with sprawling vines and lush leaves. After planting, water the area gently. Use just enough water to settle the soil around the seeds, making sure not to wash them away. Avoid blasting the soil with a strong stream of water. A gentle sprinkle is all you need to keep the seeds in place and give them a good start. This first drink is important. It wakes the seeds up and signals that it's time to start growing. Now comes the hardest part, waiting. Patience is key. Resist the urge to dig around or overwater. Trust the process. You've done your part by preparing the soil, spacing the seeds, and watering carefully. Now, step back and let nature take over. It can be tempting to fuss over your seeds, but sometimes the best thing you can do is simply watch and wait. Trust in your preparation and the careful spacing you've given each plant. You've set the stage for success. Soon, you'll spot tiny green shoots breaking through the soil. A sure sign your hard work is paying off. The waiting can feel endless, but remember, every day brings you closer to a thriving watermelon patch. A good planting means your watermelons have the strong start they need to grow into healthy, productive plants. Now let's watch together as your garden transforms. This is just the beginning of your watermelon journey. Now the waiting game, germination takes 10 days. Keep soil moist like a wrung-out sponge, not soggy. Check daily. If it's dry an inch down, water gently. Morning watering helps prevent disease. Soon tiny sprouts will appear, proof you did it right. Time to thin keep the strongest 1-2 seedlings per hill, snip the rest at soil level. It's tough love but necessary for healthy plants. Keep up gentle watering, young plants are delicate. Watch for true leaves. When they appear, your watermelon is officially growing. Don't let the soil dry out, but don't drown them. Consistency is everything at this stage. Celebrate those first green leaves, they're your future harvest. The hardest part is over, now nurture those seedlings. Strong starts make for sweet finishes. On to the next phase. Watermelons crave sun. 6-8 hours of direct sunlight daily. No shortcuts here, more sun means sweeter fruit. As vines grow, water deeply. Soak the soil 6 inches down, once or twice a week. Water at the base, keep leaves dry to prevent disease. About a month in, feed with a balanced fertilizer, like October 10th 10. Don't overdo it, follow package directions. When flowers appear, switch to a low nitrogen, higher phosphorus, and potassium fertilizer, like May 10th 10. This shift helps the plant focus on fruit, not just leaves. Feed monthly, no need to overfeed. Healthy vines mean healthy melons. Sun, water, and food. Get these right, and you're set. Watch your patch turn into a jungle. The real work is paying off. Keep it simple, keep it steady. Next up, pollination and pests. Flowers mean it's pollination time. No pollination, no melons. Watermelons have male and female flowers. Bees usually handle the job. Encourage bees by planting flowers like marigolds nearby. Few bees? Hand pollinate. Pick a male flower, dab its pollen onto a female flower's center. If pollination works, the tiny melon will grow. If not, it shrivels. Now watch for pests. Aphids, beetles, squash bugs. Check leaves, especially underneath, for trouble. Remove pests by hand or spray with water. For bigger problems, use insecticidal soap. Avoid harsh chemicals to protect pollinators. Healthy plants resist pests best. Stay vigilant. Catch issues early. Pollination and pest control are your main jobs now. Don't let bugs or neglect ruin your hard work. A little attention goes a long way. Soon, you'll see tiny melons forming. Keep your patch buzzing and healthy. You're almost there. As melons grow, they get heavy and rest on damp soil, risking rot and pests. Lift them up. Slide cardboard, a flat rock, or straw under each melon. This keeps them dry and ripening evenly. Growing vertically, support fruit with slings made from old t-shirts or pantyhose. Tie slings to the trellis so the stem isn't strained. It might look odd, but it works. Airflow and support prevent rot and damage. Check supports as melons grow, adjust if needed. Simple fixes protect your prize. A little engineering saves your harvest. Now let's talk about picking the perfect melon. How do you know it's ripe? Look for these signs. First, check the tendril nearest the melon's stem. When it's brown and dry, that's your cue. Next, the field spot. Ripe melons have a creamy yellow belly, not white. Try the thump test. A ripe melon sounds deep and hollow, not high-pitched. The skin should look dull, not shiny. Use all these clues together for best results. Don't rush. Check daily as harvest time nears. When all signs point to ripe, it's time to harvest. Cut the melon from the vine with a sharp knife, leaving a bit of stem. Handle gently. Don't bruise your prize. The right pick means the sweetest fruit. Trust your eyes, ears, and touch. Practice makes perfect. Soon you'll be a watermelon detective. The moment of truth is here. Let's enjoy the harvest. You did it, your watermelon is ready. Cut it from the vine, leaving a little stem for storage. Savor the moment. This is your reward for all that work. Some let melons sit a day or two to settle flavors. When ready, slice it open. Listen for that satisfying crack. The color, the scent, the taste, nothing beats homegrown. Enjoy it outside, juice running down your chin. Share with friends, spit seeds, and celebrate. You grew this from scratch. Save a few seeds for next year. Gardening is about patience, effort, and joy. Every bite is proof you can do it. Here's to your next watermelon adventure.